2, 1.
Welcome to the middle of nowhere!
Alright, nice job.
Oh, there she is. Is it okay in front of the bar? Is it okay here? You made it. Oh yeah, you got yours.
What if I'm right about saying goodbye? Even if it's a lie, still I'm just listening. What if I'm wrong about being the one? I think you want, still wanna feel me. What if I'm right about being the one? I feel you need. Please tell me I'm listening. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Who? Raise your hand if you reckon. I know I fucked it up. The whole song. I fucked that whole song right up.
No.
Nobody knows.
What we do now?
Isn't that just the craziest thing? Well, here we go. Walking into the symposium part, where I get to talk about what I think is sorrow. Today we're talking about sorrow.
Yeah.
Because last week we talked about sorrow. It's called the middle of sorrow now. The sorrow of nowhere. Wow. Unpack that. Jack.
Just for the.
That used to be a section of the show.
Yeah. So
Unpack that with Jack.
1 week I think we did that.
We did it for like 22 minutes.
The movie reviews that unpack
That, yeah, so I fucked that whole song up. Like, I started it wrong,
Kyle said he
but you guys don't know. This just sort of took me. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today, but I now know what I'm going to talk about. Was like, I used to be so preoccupied with perfection that I never tried to do what I wanted to do. I was like, if it isn't perfect, I'm not gonna. I messed it up. Sorry. I used to stop in the middle of my songs and go, fuck. Just like, and everybody would be like shocked. They're like, why are you stopping? Because I fucked it up. They're like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, how did you not know? Like, I totally wrong. They're like, well, I didn't know. So I guess that isn't a big deal. And then it took a while for me to get to the point where you don't care as much, and you just try. And trying is like, I used to coach hockey for like 10 years, and the kids used to say I can't, and I used to say yet. It was like such an empowering. Their face was like, shut up. That doesn't mean that they can't. That doesn't mean that they don't not work, right? Like they still have to work. If you want to complete your goals, you have to work, and the more important the goal is, the more work you're going to have to do. Unfortunately, it's just but like how your attitude just determines the work, right? So if you begrudgingly like you carry your own ass around, like you're gonna be fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. But then just ask yourself why you're doing it in the first place. Like I asked a couple people today why they come to the show regularly, and I got some cool feedback from them. And then one smart ass asked me, well, why do you come?
It's a good question still.
She won't have a name. It was like you give the guy, the creator of the show, that attitude. It's gonna be that guy got the mic now. No, it was an appropriate question. I wanted to answer her, but I didn't have time, and now I can just give it a couple minutes. I come because of you, because you guys are all here, and it seems like you guys have a good time, and I like that, and I want to provide that for people, to give them the opportunity to get them to have a good time. So that's why I come. I can see it in all your eyes, especially the performers, and all the cool people I've met along the way that are just like astounding me week after week. So thank you for letting me do this, for letting me have this night of the week. It's funny because Jack and I were talking about this on the way over, like why do we do these things? And this is why I do it. I forget, like I don't know how many hours are in a week, but right up to 8, 10, because everybody's late. Except for those two are always like 8, 10. I am always like, why am I doing that? And then I get here and I see all the faces, and I'm like, that's what I'm doing. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Can you guys give yourselves a big round of applause for that? You opened, so am I bringing you back up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's never happened before. All right, so let's do a big round of applause for Jack Charles, who's the MC, labelless MC of this evening. So thank you, Jack. Come on back up here.
Mitchell, Anton, MacEachern, everybody. I have the list. I haven't read it out yet, but Zen is next after me, and then I'll read the list out. It's so interesting that Mitch was talking about perfection, because
It's a dice roll every time.
I uploaded the song to my Facebook and Instagram yesterday, and it's the first time I've done that in a long time. It's about throwing my cat off the balcony, which didn't really happen, but it's a song. And one second. When uploading things and sharing things, and even like coming to do this show and other shows and stuff, I also feel an incredible amount of anxiety about doing that sort of thing and sharing that sort of thing. And this is a song that I wrote a while ago. It's about like the voice in your head that you hear sometimes. It tells you not to do things, or that you can't do things, and you shouldn't do the things you want to do. It tells you all the reasons why you shouldn't, and you listen to it sometimes, and then you just end up not doing the things you like to do. But I named this person in my head Freddie, and wrote a song about it. And I guess like learn to just like listen to it and know that it's there, but also not let it like dictate what you want to do with your life. Because as my good friend KyleTPoetry said on Saturday in a performance that he did, there's lots of people that aren't going to like what you do, but there's billions of people in the world, so chances are someone's going to pick up what you're throwing down. I like that. So this is Freddie. Freddy and he lives in my head. He always tells me when we find something scary, and all day long I'm dragging him along, and he's bragging he was right when my life goes wrong. My psychology, making no apology. Got the philosophy to deliver honesty. When I'm trying to be me, you can always see me acting kind of carefree, whistle like a referee. Tell me to dial it back, come on Jack, back on track. New day, new say, anxiety attack. Throwback to that time I was 9, tried to climb a neighbor's mine, fell down, now I'm on the lights. Cause his name is Freddy and he lives in my head. He always tells me when we find something scary, and all day long I'm dragging him along, and he's bragging he was right when my life goes wrong. Sitting on my bar chair, sipping on my drop beer. Notice this little miss, nose pierced, blonde tail. Wanna walk to her, gonna talk to her, but before I move to you, give me thoughts that maybe I'm too ugly, maybe she won't find me funny. Maybe married with a baby and a husband in the Navy, fighting daily bravely to save me while I lazily watch great TV. So I'll sit here, sip my beer with Freddy in my ear. Thanks mate, keep me safe, no risk, no fear. Cause his name is Freddy and he lives in my head. He always tells me when we find something scary, and all day long I'm dragging him along, and he's bragging he was right when my life goes wrong. Hi, I'm Freddy, I'm a real nice guy. All I do is try and help this guy survive. Like when he applied for that job online and didn't get a reply, and 2 weeks went by. Said, buddy, you set the bar too damn high. Why'd you wanna work somewhere you have to try? Do something easy and breeze through life. Use the free Wi-Fi, let the time pass by. You ain't gonna beat, you ain't a bow tie. You're a bad wearing jeans, temperature by guy. Cause his name is Freddy and he lives in my head. He always tells me when we find something scary, and all day long I'm dragging him along, and he's bragging he was right when my life goes wrong. But I'm trying to write this song, you heard me all day long, tell me I'll get it wrong, singing voice not that strong. Yet here I am now, not giving a damn now. Sorry Hannibal, can't silence this slam now. This is so much better than feeling all that pressure that was never really never strong. Like a pint of Stella, and I'll finish a cappella, cause I feel like Mandela. And I'm sorry Freddy fella, but I need you never. Thank you. It's also here for the house band, who kept up with my tempo, which is all over the place. And Tara Smiley's here. Tara Smiley, everybody. You come in your own sweet time, Tara Smiley. We'll still introduce you. That's true. That was a little passive-aggressive to everyone in the room. None of us have things to do. Right, Zen Cohen's next. Make some noise for Zen as he approaches the realm of the stage. Sorry?
We're not gonna use that mic. It was just because that was like one performer. I'm just gonna
So I'm just going to announce the list very quickly. So we have Zen now, after that's Austin, then Dan, then Alexandra, Tara, and KyleTPoetry. Okay, I'll remind everybody just before they're on, but that's the list. All right. Zen, are you ready to rock and roll? Zen Cohen, let the crowd go wild. No, that doesn't make sense. Crowd go wild for Zen Cohen, everybody.
Everything. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Well, when Jack is talking about,
Can you just switch
it reminds me of 3 things.
Switch the microphone.
I can't remember. It's like Monty Python. You know, like 3 things. Oh no, 2 things. No, I didn't.
Sorry, Zen. We're just gonna switch the mic. The other one's better. I think it's gonna be better for you. Sorry, I wanted. I want the best for you, Zen.
Yeah, my mother.
Now, Zen.
Like nobody was listening anyway. So okay, there's 3 things. One, shit, don't swear in front of the audience. The first one is like about that voice in the head he's talking about. You
you can manage the voice in your head. In other words, but I found 3 things that help. One, mush your brain under a cement mixer. No. That does stop it. Okay, one is like they taught me when I was in theater school. I was in theater school, and then I lost my teeth. So that doesn't mean I stopped fighting people, like attacking people. Literally, I lost my teeth. I left my heart in San Francisco. I don't know where my teeth are. But here's the deal. One for everybody. Look at your hand. Don't look now. One was don't try for a hole in one. Okay? Like when you're rehearsing a play, it's like boom, you try to get it from the green to the hole. No. You choose the right thing. You shift to the green or to the fair way or the ugly way or unfair way. But then you did, and eventually you get it in the hole. But everything we do, we try to get a hole in one. Okay? Like, now I want it. The other thing is, I don't know. Okay, you can eat an elephant. My wife gave me this one when I was trying to get rid of my OCD. Occasional crappy dilemma. You can eat an elephant, but one bite at a time. Right? So whatever you're facing, you can eat the whole damn elephant, but not like then you're gonna be sick. One bite. So if you're having trouble, work on, let's say, 1 minute a day or 2 minutes a day, whatever you're trying to do, you can eat the whole friggin' elephant one bite at a time. The third thing I can't remember. Oh yeah, don't remember bad thing. No, I don't know. And there was a third thing, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so the third thing has got to be don't forget this one or something. But okay, but like. It's okay, I'm not sorry. It sounded good. It sounded good. Let's play together. Anyways, so there's a bunch of aphorisms. I don't know what an aphorism is. It's like those candies in those jars. I think they have peaches and they have plums and they have aphorisms. So just eat one a day. Oh yeah. If you can't be here now, you can get there later. So okay, but it's all possible actually. A little bit at a time. Now, I wrote this funny little piece, and I need light. One sec. Okay, it's called Busted. Yeah, my OCD is so bothering me. Okay, a little closer. No. Okay. Once again, Busted. It's a short story. I was not nervous. In fact, I was laughing. The officer walked up to me, and I knew what was coming. Can I see your license for degeneration? I showed him that and my toothy grin to boot, which he did not, luckily. Okay. Here, officer, I know what the problem is. You do, he exclaimed. He had been claiming for quite a while, and he knew it. And now, I guess he was thinking it was time to exclaim. Yes. Yes. This is at best, I know, officer, this is at best a slightly partially happy and contented zone, and I am walking fully rewarded, yucking and deliriously happy. Okay, officer. The officer was feeling less angry because I had come clean. Are you at least intoxicated in any way, or perhaps having a manic episode? Next thing I said, and burst out into a full, joyous laugh. That's it, bud. I'm taking you in. Oh, what kind of place do you have? And is there room for my lovely wife? That is definitely it. Shut up before you dig yourself any deeper. Couldn't you be a sport and just say, I'm fine? It's a pun on fine. Give me a pun on fine. I have to explain this really good. Couldn't you say, I'm fine, and leave it at that? Okay. That's a couple. Okay. Any coughs in the audience? Never mind. A cough once did a really good thing. I have to remember that. You know that way. And okay. You're fine. But don't let me catch you like this on my turf again. Got it? I crossed my fingers behind my back and said, yes, sir. Yeah, I crossed the fingers. Trump does that all the time. You may know. His fingers are always crossed. Whereas Trudeau's fingers are always in his ears. I don't know. Anyway. So I said, yes, sir. He said, now get out of my sight. Okay. It's got a bad instruction, so I'm going to draw it out. Okay, you're fine. But don't let me catch you on this turf again. Got it? I crossed my fingers behind my back and said, yes, sir. He said, now get out of my sight. I already am, officer. I comforted him and drove off. Now, what is the point of that story? It's just to let me stand up here and have some attention. And for 30 seconds, I forget how stupid and awful I am, and I get applause, you know, like he likes that. This guy, he made a field goal. He okayed my field goal. Okay, so remember that when somebody gets up and talks meaningfully, it's so that they can get 30 seconds of approval, because they can't get it from themselves. Otherwise, they can't shut up. Okay, so I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'll end with a stock joke that I like. What does Beethoven do in his grave? Decompose.
Check. All right, let's hear it one more time. Zen Cohen. Okay, next up to try and seek your approval. It's Austin, Costello, and Elijah. Elijah's got a last name I can't read. Muchacho. Yeah. All right. Just while these guys are setting up, I want to get the caption competition rocking and rolling because it was a huge success last week. There's our chat, by the way. That was the chat last week. Yeah, thank you to Kyle and the good people over there at Starbucks. We've been donating some organic Yukon blend coffee. It's up for grabs. All you have to do is go onto the Middle of Nowhere's Instagram page, which is @NowTheHere. You'll see a picture of Lukas enjoying a nice juicy burger, and I want you to leave a caption. Best caption at the end of the night goes home with goodies. Sound simple enough? No? Well, don't worry. I'll be telling you 10,000 more times before the end of the night. Look at Mel. She's already in. She's already deep in. She's already put 2 captions down there. Yes, @NowTheHere. Go on there and you have to follow the page too. You can't win unless you follow the page. And I will be checking. I don't check, but just follow the page anyway because it's fun. All right. Next up we have Austin and Elijah, who I think are ready to rock your socks off. I love these guys. They come all the time. They work together like a great unit of pistons firing to make a locomotive steam train of rock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, show some love, show some warmth for Elijah and Austin.
This is so random to see his account.
How was your trip?
It was good. Yeah, busy. Yeah,
Good.
fun.
How long was it?
2 weeks. Something.
Oh,
Yeah, just.
nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you guys have a good.
How's it going?
Good?
It's not going at all.
It's going great.
I was trying to figure out what website address Jack accidentally put on his cards. I feel like he put his Tumblr on there by accident. His Fault in Our Stars Tumblr. Still alive. Didn't die. Okay, I've done this song here before, but the last time I did it, the crowd wasn't really as big, so yes, that's what we call cheating. Okay. Here we go. Today, so thanks for bearing with me.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
Thank you. This is quite out of tune. I need to. I can do that. You guys got my volume.
You could take the patch cord from the other one, or whatever you want, man. Whatever.
No, I'm just trying to find what's
Strap?
seashell thing where you're in the water and they're like floating around with the shell.
Said it was.
And they're stuffed with coke.
He's like, no, I don't.
They just well, like they just had their eyes on like the canoes. But when we first got there, like we got on the bus from the airport, and the driver was like,
I'll just.
My bad. I don't know if you were talking about 10,000 reais.
He like disappeared. And he came back and he had this like huge, like this giant like, he was like, here you go, honey. Like, I can't even remember how much it was. I was like, in the airport.
They probably don't even measure it either.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Yeah.
So that was like, we were like good for the whole.
Sorry, can we?
Sorry, had a little bit of malfunction there. Okay, this is a Bob Dylan song. Got some Bob Dylan fans in that direction. Okay.
They sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. He looked at him and she felt a spark trigger through his bone. But then he felt alone and wished that he'd gone straight, looking for a simple twist of fate. They walked along by the old canal, they were confused, I remember well. Then stopped into a strange hotel where the neon shining bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train, moving with the simple twist of fate. The saxophone somewhere far off played while she was walking on by the arcade. The light bust through a beat up shade where he was waking up. Dropped a coin into this girl, saw a blind man at the gate. Forgot about a simple twist of fate. He woke up, the room was bare. She didn't see her anywhere. Told himself that he didn't care. Blew the window open wide. He felt emptiness inside, to which he could just not relate. Simple twist of fate. He hears the ticking of the clock late. I knew she was my spring, but I was just too late. Simple twisted fate.
One more time for Elijah and Austin. Okay, we're going to change genres up a little bit here because that's what we do in the middle of nowhere. We have some comedy up next for you. Keep some hands together like Janet. Follow Janet's lead for Dan Belkin.
All right, thank you very much. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan. Good to be here. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. Do you guys have any good New Year's resolutions?
None.
No?
None.
Oh yeah. What's yours? What's your name?
My name's Kyle.
Kyle. Right on.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Happy New Year. What's your resolution?
I try to keep a resolution on like a day-to-day basis and just be more forgiving.
Okay.
Because like when you have a goal,
Yeah.
it can ultimately just cause you to suffer when you can't attain it.
I feel you just 100%. Like, this is not going to be the year that I take up running, but it could be. Might be the year that I start like lightly jogging for the streetcar. You know, just putting in a little bit of effort. If I see it, you know, any time I see a streetcar, it doesn't even have to be my streetcar, just any streetcar, just pick up the pace. If it's a bus, speed walk, you know. My friend, they might be giving you shit like, oh, what are you doing? We're having a conversation. I'm like, I'm achieving my goals, you know? Like, so totally on the same page with you. Like, make things more achievable, right? Yeah? My friend's like, I'm gonna read a new book every month. What? I like the energy of what you're saying. I'm gonna pay off my library fine, you know? That's something, a starting point. Also, here's another one. Not just making smaller goals, but also like eliminating goals that contradict each other, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be able to call my mom more and cut down on smoking weed. You know, that's not gonna coexist, right? But I give myself rewards. You gotta give yourself rewards too, you know? So, like, for example, I have a weight goal, you know, and as long as I meet that, it's all good. I just keep my posts hidden on my Facebook, and then my mom doesn't see that. That's the reward. I get that part of my life private. I'll call more. But then the opposite. If like my goal weight, if I go down 1 week, then I punish myself. Then those stories become unhidden, and then I just gotta deal with the consequences, you know. So, oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my mom about my Pokemon card or something she didn't know about. I don't know. Anybody keeping up with the news? Do you guys hear about World War III? It's yeah, it's happening. Personally, I'm not a fan of the. I just don't like trilogies. You know what I mean? As a Jew, the second one wasn't really good for us. I mean, we came in hit numbers. 6 million of us came out, and then it was just bad reviews on Tomato. We didn't like it. It wasn't the one for us. Oh man, I do think if World War III was like a movie, it would be a turn in the franchise because it would be the first one without the bad guy from the first two, you know. They don't have Germany. Germany is what made the first two so good. God, I'm not going. I don't know, dude. I think it's kind of cool. They're switching it up. They're taking artistic risks. I thought Germany's whole storyline really wrapped up in the second one. I started going to therapy. That's something that was a goal of mine. Yeah, I just went for the second time. I'm going to a shrink now. That's cool. Do you know why they call them shrinks, by the way? It comes from, it's a reference to like tribal times where there was like a shaman. He was called the head shrinker. And you would come up to him and you'd be like, I'm a little depressed. And then you'd be like, all right, stand right there. And you put like a heated metal plate on your head. And then that would literally make your head smaller. Yeah, and that's if you had insurance, you know, you gotta have OHIP for that. If you're broke, you just gotta go up to your dad and be like, can we talk? And then your dad would squeeze your head a little bit, I guess. Don't squeeze your head. I think nowadays it more like talks about like squeezing your troubles and making your head lighter, like alleviating sort of your mental stress in that sort of figurative sense, not in the physical. So I guess your head's supposed to feel lighter, right? And I've been going twice. I don't know. I found it really emotional. I don't know if my head feels lighter, but it feels more damp because I sweat when I cry. I don't know. I'm a cry sweater. I don't know what happens. I think my body it gets confused. It goes like, oh, there's some leakage near the eye. Release all the valves, you know. Let the boy pee himself a little too. I don't know. We talked a bit about like letting feel emotion, like crying and stuff like that with the therapist. And she asked me if I ever do it in my day-to-day. And I'm like, well, my girlfriend sees me cry like sometimes, you know, but like because we live together. But it's not the same. Like she is doing what the therapist is talking about. My girlfriend, like she really feel like I've cried before, but I've never cried so hard I was like hungover after. You know what I mean? I've never like gone through like a painful process where I have to take like B12 vitamins and wear a hoodie for the rest of the night. You know, like that's what you gotta go through. But we don't know. You know, we just push it down. A couple tears. That's all you get. My girlfriend saw me cry like one time for real recently, but it was after sex, and that was embarrassing. Yeah, she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, my body just releases all the valves. Yeah, we live together. I'm a Jew, she's half Arab, so we haggle a lot. Yeah, we do, and then we compromise. That's the thing. You haggle and you compromise. It's negotiation. Like, for example, she's a vegetarian and I'm not, so when we go out to eat, we employ a 2-plate solution. That's where I eat 2 plates of veggie food and I'm still hungry. Sometimes, you know, we fight and I sleep on the couch. We call that a 2-sleep state solution. Okay. All right. I think, I don't know what the solution to the conflict is to the Middle East. I thought jokes was the answer, but I think, okay, honestly, I think if both parties got stoned, then maybe that could be a good start. Because I think, in my personal experience, you can get a lot out of the Jews if you just, you know, give them some edibles. That's what my girlfriend does, you know. Okay. I feel like I've lost you guys. Russian Jew, by the way, that's what this is. Yeah. Which makes sense mathematically. I think, if you take a look at my face. Like, do the math. Take Russian, add it was Jewish, and the fucking, like, Rasputin fucked a hobbit or something. I look intense, I know. I have like a resting cult leader face. Okay? And I have this face like everywhere I go. I have this face like on public transportation. You know? Like weird people think I'm one of them all the time. They follow me off the streetcar. I'm like, where are you going? They're like, oh, we thought you were taking us somewhere. We were just following your fedora hat energy. But yeah, Russian Jew. Do you guys give a light at all? Okay, I'll rap. Okay. I'll say this. Very neurotic people. Sometimes I'll hear my mom's head in my voice when I'm just like thinking, like I'll be at work and I'll be dealing with like a coworker or something, and I'll just hear in my head like, Danya, don't trust Michael. I'm like, what? Danya, do you remember a year and a half ago you paid for Michael A&W lunch and he said he will pay you back? But he didn't pay you back. Danya, remember, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, this is systemic oppression, very different thing. And then I have like the voice of reason. I'm like, couldn't it just been like a small mistake, a misunderstanding? Maybe you just forgot. And then it's like, no, Danya, no such thing as small mistake. Do you remember what happened last time small mistake happened in the workplace? I'm like, what? Chernobyl! All right. One more? All right, and then I'm out of here. I was talking to my dad on the phone, trying to get closer, you know, and just talking about just silly stuff. I was trying to teach him some slang. I was trying to teach him the word ghosting. I was trying to explain it to him. And like when people are not answering your text messages, they're ghosting. He's like, oh no, I don't understand. From my personal experience, ghost never leave you alone. Ghost very annoying all that time. Boom, boom. Go away, father. I'm trying to sleep. Oh, that joke started silly, and then what happened? What is my dad dealing with there at the end? So dark. Sounds like Hamlet, you know, like the plot of Hamlet. If Hamlet was a Jew, he'd be like, Dad, I don't have time for this, go away. To be or not to be, I think that's actually two separate questions. No Shakespeare fans. All right, I think we had a good time. Thank you, welcome.
All right, Dan Bell, keep it going. That was the first time Dan's ever come to our stage. I forgot to mention that. That was awesome, man. Thank you. Come back anytime. Love you. All right, next up is Alexandra. Let's make some noise for Alexandra. Guys, yeah.
Awesome set, man. That was great. That was great.
Are you involved with the recording for the podcast?
Yes, I am.
I was wondering, just because I talk about weed and stuff like that, and my work doesn't do that, no, that is,
Yeah.
it's possible not to be tagged.
Yes, absolutely.
And then if I'm getting my name mentioned at all, just Dan maybe?
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
Dan.
Yeah, I'll tell that to Mitch. Yeah, but yeah, I'll make sure in the recording. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You don't get tagged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
And
call,
then,
man.
yeah, and if
Good
there's
call.
just a mention to it, just the first name.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right, man. Hey guys, the microphones are working, but they're really quiet. We got the band playing. Stuff.
Hey everyone. Wonderful, thank you. Hey everyone, we are Tara and Alex. And yeah, hey. We like to sing together sometimes because it's fun. And we've been performing together every second Tuesday it now is at the Blue Moon Lounge. So come check us out. Keep an eye out for us on Facebook. Yeah, we're gonna sing I think a total of 4 songs for you today. Starting with a little, well, I guess we'll see if they can tell what this is. Yes, exactly. So tell us at the end what you think we're singing. is a son with a gun, gun, gun. He lies, he says he's unreliable. He is a killer with a gun, gun, gun. I know you told me I should stay away. Stay away. I know you told me he's a dog astray. He's just a bad boy with a teenage heart. And even I know this ain't smart. Says mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this kind of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reasons aside, I just can't deny I love the guy. He's got no conscience, he's a good all. He is a killer just for fun, fun, fun. He is a snitch, he's unpredictable. He's got no conscience, he's got none, none, none. Oh, I know, should I call? I know. He is a bad boy with a teenage heart. And even I know this ain't smart. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this kind of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reasons aside, I just can't deny I love the guy. He's got my name tattooed on his arm, like his lucky charm. I don't care, he's with me. I hear people talk, trying to make a fuss, trying to keep us apart. But I don't hear, I don't care. Oh, mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this kind of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reasons aside, I just can't deny I love you. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this kind of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reasons aside, I just can't deny I love the guy. Yay, thanks guys. Okay, now we're gonna switch it up by literally switching positions on the piano. And we're gonna do our second criminal. Alright, so this is Fiona Apple's Criminal. I've played this before, I think, but I haven't played it with the stellar harmonizer, Alex. So see you guys today, stellar harmonizer. So yeah, without further ado, see blues tonight. Okay, cool. I've been a bad, bad girl. I've been careless with a delicate man. And it's a sad, sad brings the consequence at hand. But I'll keep living this day like the next will never come. Oh, help me, but don't tell me to deny it. I've got to cleanse myself of all these lies that I'm good enough for him. I've got a lot to lose, but I'm betting hard and I'm betting you. Before it ends, just tell me where to begin. Oh, what I need is a good defense, 'cause I'm feeling like a criminal. And I need to be redeemed to the one I've sinned against, 'cause he's all I ever knew of love. Let me know the way for this hell to pay. Give me the room to lay the law and let me go. I gotta make a play to let my lover stay. What will an angel say? The devil wants to know. What I need is a good defense, 'cause I'm feeling like a criminal. And I need to be redeemed to the one I've sinned against, 'cause he's all I ever knew of love. Thanks, guys. We have one more song for you. Oh my goodness, what is it? Oh yeah, anyone know Georgia Smith? No? Okay, yeah, she's like a hip artist nowadays, I think. So we're gonna try out Teenage Fantasy by her, which is all about taking your own time and things. So, yeah, give you room. Okay. Okay, yeah. Pretty strong here. The boy I thought I knew. Maybe I was blind, I was young, I didn't have a clue. You were the topic of my lunchtimes. I'd bore the girls about a chance and get upset when you didn't text back. And I was told by my brothers to find another lover. Stop falling for these boys that didn't want the same as me. And I was told by my brothers to find another lover. Stop falling for these boys who didn't want the same as me. We all want a teenage fantasy. One and one we can't have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. We all want a teenage fantasy. One and one we can't have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. I got a lot of things to do. What if I had been a fool? Thought I was in love with you. I need to grow and find myself before I let somebody love me. 'Cause at the moment I don't know me. And I was told by my mother, look into the future. Do I really see this boy that I think I've fallen for? And I was told by my father, if I look into the future, do I really see this boy who I think I've fallen for? We all want a teenage fantasy. One and one we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. We all want a teenage fantasy. One and one we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. When we are young, we all want someone who we think is the one just to fit in. There's no need to rush. Take your time, life's a big old ride. Sit back and enjoy the ride. We all want a teenage fantasy. fantasy. Wanted when we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. Feel wanted. Teenage fantasy. Wanted when we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. Feel wanted. Teenage fantasy. Wanted when we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. Feel wanted. Teenage fantasy. Wanted when we can have it. When we got it, we don't seem to want it. Cool, thanks guys. That was 4 songs from TMoN and Alex.
All right, Tara and Alex, let's hear it one more time. Little Spice Girls. Man, Spice Girls was the first concert I ever went to go and see. Not even afraid to say it. With my mum and my brother.
Wait,
Mel, who was your favorite Spice Girl?
Mel C.
Mel C, yeah?
I'm gonna be Mel B.
You're gonna be Mel B. You can be all the Spice Girls you want. Posh man.
Jack, who is your favorite Spice Girl?
I was posh. I was a baby, then I evolved into a posh, and then I evolved into someone I didn't care. Shortly afterwards. Now I'm back to posh. Posh and Bex. Then I moved to definitely Ginger. How do you feel when she left the group?
Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was devastated.
Posh?
It was like when Zayn left One Direction. No?
It's funny, I remember just distinctly.
I just want to mention about the caption contest very quickly. It's rocking and rolling. We've had some very strong entries. One of the things I did mention is how we judge the caption contest is the amount of likes. I don't want to judge it, it's too much pressure. So if you can get on there and like the ones you like the best, and then whoever gets the most likes walks away with the sweet Yukon blend. I also just want to mention to all of the acts and to anybody who may want to act that Alchemy has an open mic night on Tuesdays. So anybody who wants to come and perform, please feel free to come down. There's also great food, there's great drinks, there's a great vibe. I want to thank Alchemy. Let's give Alchemy a big round of applause for being such a good, kind host to this evening. Yeah, we love it. Okay, we have 3 more acts of the evening. Next up is who's next?
Ed.
It's Ed Healy. I'm just kidding. Forgotten about you, Ed. Just a good actor. Ed Healy, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely smell burning. Just gave Alchemy some mad props. Now the kitchen's on fire. Yeah, if things go sour, the fire exits there and there. I don't know.
Give him that one, give him that one.
Hey everybody, another happy Monday night. Familiar faces. All right, hey Mel, you gonna come up and do backup vocals?
What point should we be allowed to listen? What point should we be allowed to listen?
All right, the band's gonna play along with me tonight. Woo! And you don't have to snap your fingers. All right, 2 of these I've done before, but there's a new one boxed in between. So I'm fine-tuning the first one and the third one, and really working on the middle one, which you haven't heard. Okay? So, stay with me. Now this one's called Smile Request. Your request so early in our beginnings took me by surprise. You knew I only write about my relationships upon reaching stagnant waters of vapor, evaporating into humid memories, understood through arid moving clarity. Aroused, moved, honored, vulnerability pulse deep. I rapidly use cool diversions. Why for me? Raw vulnerability asked. Smaller talk of generalities eased us away from deeper waters. Why for me? Now before our low tide, now in the midst of merging currents, reef deep, with beautiful life, lethal dangers, emotional slipstreams rushing to where? Trying to avoid any undertows. I've only written about depth when the chaotic symmetrical whirlpool, my Indian moment for years always. My living synchronized swim with those I love reaches the depths of peaceful, clear, still water, evaporating into humid memories. Why for me? We are still in the eye, the vortex of the moment 2 years on. Why for me? When you know I hope those words of humid memory never come, understood through arid moving clarity. Yet I write to you, to you. Thanks. So these are all linked. This next one is called Broken Wings. You guys good to go? And my favorite piano lady. Your broken wing has healed for now. 2 years on, secure within your chosen sanctuary, honing the skills to survive. But will you flourish? Will you soar? Healthy in your pursuits, your survival? Will you be predator or prey, or both, adapting to the encounter? 2 years on, you reverse the dependency from my caregiver to you caregiving. Dependency reversed, so subtle, so astute, so survivalist. Narcotic addiction, then withdrawal in reverse, or is it forward? Years of broken wings made me open to your plight. In such pain, distrustful of all, unable of flight, you hobbled in choosing me. A choice, not an evolution of trustful relations, dependent on the way I could soothe, distract, isolate. I can only imagine the duality of hate and love. The departed has left you swirling broken wings. Your broken wing has healed for now, 2 years on. Secure within your chosen sanctuary, honing the skills to survive. But will you flourish? Will you soar? Healthy in your pursuits, your survival? Will you be predator or prey, or both adapting to the encounter? I can only imagine the duality of hate and love. The departed has left you swirling. No absolution, no request for forgiveness. Defiance in his abuse till the end. Thank you. Hey Mitch, coming back for the first part of the evening, I really fucked that one up. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Whoa! All right, and we're gonna end with this seemingly patriarchal treatment, but it's really not. So keep that in mind and see if you can guess the nature of the relationship. It's called Lay With Me. Lay with me, my love. No Havana line between. Nestle your head on my chest. Find the comfort spot near the shoulder. Release your tension with my breath. Put your hand over my heart. Feel my beat. You'll hear it now. Knee over knee. We're in sync. Sleep. Sleep easy. I hope strength from my survived wounds, scar tissue strong, gives you comfort. Heals your newer wounds, still sutured raw. Feel safe. Rest. Sleep. Heal. Know now, I would never breach your trust, causing fresh bleeding. I'll slip out the door when you're secure, sleeping, healing strong on your own, quietly. I'm always there with you, for you, with you, always. Thanks. Thanks, Kyle.
All right, keep it going for Ed. Woo! And let's hear it for the band again. Aren't the band cool? Aren't they good? Put your hands together for the house band. Yeah, us. Okay, we have a little TMoN bonus performance now. Bonus performance. Oh. Now, next up, we have a. TMoN bonus. Wait, Lukas is doing a thing. Bonus performance. We'll time that out for next time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. We've had a Lukas is having fun with the buttons. Supersonic Love Punch, love it, man. Okay, next up we have a little bonus performance. She's been on the stage a couple of times. She's got a beautiful voice. We'd like to have her here. Put your hands together for Hannah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do that, Hannah.
No.
Put your hands together one more time. Hannah Banana. Hannah Banana. It doesn't work in my accent. Hannah Banana. Hannah Banana? No, neither's good. Neither. Hannah Banana. Neither. Hannah Banana. Neither's good. Alright, we have one more act of the evening and then we're done but just got that time to announce the winner of the caption competition. Thank you everybody who went on and who entered. There was really good ones. They made me chuckle, so well done you guys. But we do have a clear winner. Thank you very much. And put your hands together for the winner of the Organic Yukon Blend. It's Kayla Logan! Ow! Humber alumni. Nice. Yeah, go on to app now they're here if you want to go see what the winning caption was. And just follow it because we put videos out of the show and the performances and it's just a fun, thing. So go do it. Okay, next up, final performance of the evening who actually donated the prize. So we're thanking him for that too. This guy's got energy and abundance. He's a little key to my soul. I love him. Please put your hands together. Make some noise. The final act of the evening, KyleTPoetry.
TMoN! TMoetry!
Oh yeah, no, I know, yeah.
I thought you were looking at me because I'm blind.
Oh no. That would have been so awkward. But actually waiting that long to be like,
I mean, you do meet a lot of people in one day.
yeah. I was waiting for Lukas to press his buttons.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Good, bitch. I'm down. Literally down, but no, I wanna.
We gotta bring it up.
Yeah! That's real nice. In fact, not just what you're doing, just the image. Like, you're at the center of the middle of nowhere.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's a fucking pleasure, to say the least. A pleasure to see you, a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to be with all of you. So, yeah, as was said before, my name is Kyle Sean Thompson. I write poems, songs, and moments, solo, gamer, if I reverse it, son, and poet. So, I'm here to remind you to honor all you are, because we are many things. So we might as well, do that shit now, fam! Because I could be really quiet and stoic, or I could fucking explode. You don't know what's gonna happen, and neither do I, so, yeah. This poem, this song, it's called Spiral. And it's about making your love and your compassion an infectious thing that radiates into every single human being. That's the only way we're gonna get there, to peace.
I'm bound to find a way, so I invite you to stay. We kill illusions we made while I burn the day. Inside the storm of temple rods, I feel you water from your thoughts. And like the slaves that we are, we just want our cage. Don't know how, can't defeat all the pain killing me. Inside my soul, I see the person I long to hold. Don't know how, can't defeat all the pain killing me. And like the slaves that we are, we spiral out of control. Spiral out of control. We're went through every season like we've been here before. But we're still lost, we're lost. We spiral out of control. One life, baby! You got one! So make it right! And I don't know how long it will take.
on if you just simply try.
Fuck it! I know I'm bound to find a way, so I invite that stay. We kill illusions we made while I burn the day. Inside the stone and temple rods, I feel you wander from your thoughts. And like the slaves that we are, we just want our case. Don't know how can defeat all the pain killing me. Inside my soul, I see the person I love to hold. Don't know how can defeat all the pain killing me. And like the slaves that we are. Spiral out of control. We spiral out of control. Whirlwind through every season like you've been here before, but we're still lost, we're lost. A spiral out of control. Three, two, one. Welcome to the middle of nowhere!
Shit. And Lucas, I love you so much. At the end, I saw what you're doing to my voice. I'm like, dude, like, Love Punch? Russell Crowe?
I'm pretty sure we're blessed. You know? I'm pretty sure. I'm trying something new. I'm gonna talk to you maybe while I do different things and forgive myself. Sorry, baby.
For those on the podcast, I'm talking to my guitar named Betsy, the blue whale. She's quite sweet. She's from Atlantis. I love her so much. Her name is Betsy. She's powerful. Okay. Yes. Honor all you are. If you know, recently someone passed away this week who was the drummer and main lyricist of Rush. And yeah, Neil Peart, baby. And I wrote some things about him because I think we talked earlier about like this, like the two. It's like I learned this thing about 2-second rule, and it's a good way to reprogram your thoughts and your ambitions. Sometimes you can't eat an elephant all at once, but if you take little bites, you can. And I felt so distant from the part of myself that reads books and like really lives in those moments. I have a whole library in my fucking room. What am I doing? Walking past it each day. Oh, I want to read that book, but it's too big. No. After I heard that he passed away, I read and tried to read his book called Clockwork Lives, because he wasn't only just a drummer and lyricist, he was a storyteller. And it is fourth wall fucking breaking for me to experience this, and I can't say any simpler than that, because I am also responsible for living in your energy and writing about every single experience I have here, because I'm the person that writes about the middle of nowhere. This book is about someone leaving their mundane life, their place of safety, to go and explore the world and collect the stories of other fucking people. It's so sick! Holy shit, it's so good. But he still lives on here. A drummer and lyricist from Rush passed away this week. His name was Neil Peart, and he lives in this book. After years spent gazing at my father playing guitar, eventually I'd ask for a guitar of my own. The guitar was a pale, beautiful yellow, and it brought me to many places, many spaces, many souls, and many artists, and in time, I would learn songs by Rush. Fly By Night, Closer to the Heart. He was there then, and he is here now. And it's just immensely magical what he gave. I just want to read like a passage from it, because it's, I believe a lot in time travel, if you haven't noticed. I love fucking anime, so that's kind of a given. But he really brought his approach to drumming to the entire order of everything. Because even within these stories, it goes into a section. Once the person collects the blood, it's all about alchemy, by the way, Alchemy Food Drink. So fuck yeah. As soon as she goes around collecting people's stories, she collects their blood, and that transfers into the book itself. Then the whole entire story spills out. They don't need to physically tell it; it just pours out. So there's windows within windows, and we get to be in the driver's seat beside this main character reading the stories as it goes. So this part is called The Percussor's Tale. Throughout my first semester, there was very little music at the college, save for the drum beats I heard in my own head. Music wasn't forbidden in Albion, but neither wasn't encouraged. The common people had their own instruments, their own songs, but the watchmaker himself would never express his happiness by bursting into a tune. He simply considered music irrelevant. When poring over old class records, I was surprised to discover a forgotten part of the curriculum, a discretionary class that no professor had taught for some years, and thus it had fallen to obscurity. Fundamentals of music. It was perfect! I immediately contacted Professor Carver, the chief alchemist priest, requesting permission to teach the music course, saying that it would broaden the students' experience and knowledge. Professor Gruber was skeptical and above all curious. He summoned me to his office. There must be a reason this course is no longer taught, he said. I had to force myself to sit respectfully still and not tap out a beat on my leg. Perhaps because there was no qualified teacher, I studied the old syllabus and I believe I have the proper knowledge. The chief priest frowned down at the papers. I'm not sure, Professor Russell. Such a class might distract the students from more important pursuits. Music in the abstract? Think about the average person. What use would they have for rhythms and melodies? At the Alchemy College, we focus on science. Yeah, but you see, then I will teach the science of music, sir. Don't you see? Music is mathematics. So many intricate systems, the orderly arrangement of notes and chords like formulas, the logarithmic interrelation of harmonies, the geometric patterns and structures of the orchestration aligned to a strict physical premise of time. Surely the watchmaker would approve. The conductor's tempo is a clock, unwavering and unstoppable, like a grand convocation timepiece. Instrument in the orchestra must play its part in synchrony. Each musician meshed in that perfect ticking pendulum. And then there's the emotional resonance in the listener, like alchemy. Basically, all I want to say is that, in short, y'all are fucking beautiful, okay? You have stories to tell, so go out there and fucking do it. There's no time like the present to live. And I really wanted to give Neil Peart the stage and have him live through me. So that's like part of what I wanted to try. That's the blues whale. Because now that story lives in you. I could have kept that shit to myself, but no. Not at all. If you ever want to contact me in person or online or whatever, it's KyleTPoetry on all forums, tweeting about games, life, love, and trying to heal the world together. This is one of my favorite songs I've written. It's called Off My Chest. It's about getting shit off your fucking chest. Do it! If you want. At your own time. The chorus lyrics are all my life I've had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong, get it off my chest. If you want to sing along, feel free. I believe and have been told it's catchy.
All my life I had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong, get it off my chest. All my life I had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong, get it off my chest, get it off my chest. I'm falling out of love again, living just receive the end. I grow quiet, lost within the guilt I always feel. I grow quiet, lost within the guilt. The guilt. All my life I had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong. Get it off my chest. All my life I had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong. Get it off my chest, get it off my chest. All my life I had it wrong, taught to act so damn strong. Get it off my chest.
I think for eternity, when your skin decays and flowers fade, you return to me, free of memory. Immunity where the wave in every sea, there's sublimity in the beauty of dying, becoming energy. I think we're eternity, when your skin decays and flowers fade, you will return to me, free of memory. Immunity where the wave in every sea, there's sublimity.
I think we're eternity. When your skin decays and flowers fade, you will return to me, free of memory. Unity where the wave in every sea, there's sublimity in the beauty of dying and becoming energy. I think we're eternity. When your skin decays and flowers fade, you will return to me, free of memory. In unity where the wave in every sea, there's sublimity
In the beauty of dying and becoming energy. Alchemy Food and Grill, middle of nowhere. I love it.
Alright, KyleTPoetry, make some noise! Some rock and roll till you drop your glasses and can't find them. Guys, that's the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving us your attention. Your attention and time is the best, most valuable thing you can give someone. So the fact that you guys all gave it to all the performers tonight, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much. Yeah! And please keep it going for the house band. We have Sarah Smiley, Freckles and Daydreams. Too sweet, Pete, Pete Smiley. He's not standing there anymore. These from Brendan Brazow, and Kate Penny. Is that the Instagram? Yeah, why not? Kevin Penny. Kevin Penny, Kenny, Understand Trees, Mitchell, Anton, MacEachern, put your hands together. Lukas Sluzar, the Love Bunch. Yay, Lukas! My name is Jack Charles. Yay! Thanks, Stephen.
Everyone get on the stage.
All right, yeah, thank you very much for coming. Yeah, we do have just one little nugget of homework for you guys. If you had fun this evening, if you could just tell one person throughout the week about our show. We do the whole online marketing thing, and it's cool and it's great, but I feel like nothing acts better than having someone you love and trust having someone you love and trust saying that you had a good time at this show. So if you did have a good time, we don't lie. If you didn't, that's fine too. But if you did have a good time, just this week, tell one person about us. Here's the Instagram. They can go on there and find out about the show. Tell them to come down here. That would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of our little hearts. Just before you guys go, we do have a picture. So if everybody acts, audience, everybody is welcome to come up on the stage. We have a picture. We put it on the Instagram. We put it on the website. middleofnowhere.ca. You can go there to listen to the podcast. That's about it. Thank you again very much for coming. Have a safe journey home. Bye.